The silver divine dragon descended upon the mountains where Qin Gate is located. You let the dragon god eliminate all the mysterious invaders of the Qin Gate. A breath from the divine dragon. The opponent was nearly annihilated. Only Yuan Yingjing and a few Jin Danjing managed to escape with secret techniques. After the divine dragon took action. By the way, let me tell you, today is the day he ascends to the immortal realm. What is the last thing you want to ask me? You decide to leave this last thing behind. Consider it a destined encounter. The day will come when we meet again in the celestial realm. Shen Long expresses. Looking forward to reuniting with you in the immortal realm. Yan Ba broke open the heavenly gate. This spectacular ascension scene. Let the Xuanyuan sect go in reverence. Everyone wants to be touched by a bit of fairy magic. You saved the entire Xuanmin and can receive the protection of the Shenlong. Status is incredibly impressive in the eyes of Xuanji Gate. You are immediately appointed as the young sect master. You can ascend to the throne at any time, but you don't really want to be the leader of the sect. The sect leader has too many matters to attend to. It will delay your research on formations. Currently restoring the Great Migration Array is the top priority. Otherwise, the battle between the righteous and the demonic in 2 years. This catastrophe you, still unable to avoid it. Mysterious person. Seeing this, I have a bit of confusion. Where did this mysterious person come from? Mortal path. The demon path does such things. Is it necessary to cover your face? The right path. Why do righteous people want to seize the great shift formation? It's so strange. Please consider it carefully. I wonder if it could be a master from beyond the southern wilderness. I want to seize the treasure. After all, the Tangshuan continent is vast. Nanhuan is just a domain. Can't figure out the identity of the mysterious person. I can only set it aside. Continue watching Mo Niren Sheng. The 11th year. Your cultivation hasn't improved much. Because you are obsessed with the study of formations. You have become a 3rd grade formation master. The ascetics talent came into play. Makes your research feel less tedious. And the efficiency is even higher. The 3rd rank array master at the Xuanji Gate. At your age. Already an outstanding presence. However, the 8th tier formation master who can repair the Great Relocation Array is distant. Still far from it. 12th year. You are still a 3rd grade formation master. The sect leader tells you, formation master below the 3rd rank. You can rely on hard work. However, above the 3rd rank, it just requires talent. It is obvious. The innate talent for formations you haven't read about. I want to reach the 4th rank. Incredibly difficult. What's even more troublesome is, the battle against the demons has begun. The Zhengdao organization held an event. A large-scale operation to eliminate the demonic forces in the southern wilderness. Even though you didn't participate. But you know, in the end, you can't escape the repercussions. Due to this purge operation, it will be the next 10 years. The source of the ongoing tug-of-war between both sides. Finally, the skilled cultivator from the southern wilderness. Countless casualties. Even affecting the mortal realm. This is a catastrophe. Foreseeing the impending disaster, you strive to avoid those large-scale battles. The 13th year, you are cultivating in a remote place. Avoiding war. Enhance cultivation. Reaching the 9th layer of foundation establishment. The 14th year, you arrive at the Liang sect. The gate of the Lian sect has been destroyed. The Yang clan suffered heavy casualties. There are not many people left. The remaining few people also joined the front lines. You have found the cave leading to the tomb of the sword god of hunting sun. There is an ancestral hall formation at the entrance. Although the quality of the formation is a bit high, but you are still a 3rd grade formation master. Studied for several months. Packet. Entered the great tomb. 15th year. Because you have already gained the memory of a sword intent. So after coming in, directly broke through the 1st level of sword intent. Begin to comprehend the 2nd layer. The 16th year. You have broken through the 2nd level of sword intent. 17th year. The battle against the demons has been temporarily halted. The senior members of the Liang sect discovered, in the legacy of the Sun Hunter sword god, there are people. Come in and surround you. They forcibly broke through the disguise formation and protective formation you set up. You tell them, you are the young leader of the Xuanji sect. I only want to comprehend the essence of the sword here. You can keep the internal legacy. The other party said you are a formation master. Comprehend the swordsmanship of each school. Definitely up to no good. It might be a disguise from the demon path. Fight with you. You are besieged by 10 golden core realm cultivators, striking from the depths of the tomb to the surface, from the gates of Lion Yang's sect to the mundane marketplace. They don't listen to your explanation at all. You estimate. They battle the dark forces every day, blinded by rage. In the end, you rely on the dragon god's skills. Chan Lei Mu Kanjai, ancient treasure, Bu Dan, earth level cultivation method. The dual essence of a sword holds deep significance, with the cultivation of the 9th layer of assistance, severely injuring 5 golden core practitioners, slaying 3 golden core realm practitioners. In the end, the few couldn't stand against the many. The arriving old monster, Yuan Ying, grind the magical artifact into powder, died too tragically. The blood cow talent won't help you. You are dead. Simulation ends now. You can choose one of the following talents. 1. 9 sword immortals. Once you get drunk, seeing strength increases tenfold. Understanding is unobstructed. 2. Cyan Yuan. Chad. After you ascend, you will receive the guidance of a Tei immortal. 3. Genius Array Master. Qin. You possess the strongest array talent throughout history. All formations. It's easy to understand at a glance. One step and it's right. You don't need to take a stand. Who will be the mage? Must obtain the reward. Study of formation techniques, understanding the dual sword intent, 2 suns and 1 gold. Good boy/girl. Is the talent quality from this simulation really that high? Although the golden talent is a must-choose option, but not all golden talents. It's all useful for Qin Wen. Still have to take a look. What effect does the purple talent have? Cyan Yuan, this line. You can give up. The ascension has been too far away. The battle between the righteous and the evil in the southern wilderness has just ended. Still unable to overcome it. What are we talking about regarding ascension? 9 sword immortals. If you choose this. Qin asked for a guess. Next time you simulate again, perhaps one can comprehend the 9-fold sword intent left by the fierce sun sword god, inheriting the legacy of the fiery sun sword god. Become the #1 sword cultivator in the southern wilderness. But, looking at the golden talent of the third one, Qin Wen really didn't want to give up. This is the talent that the leader of the Xuanyamen spoke of. With the talent of a genius array master, Qin Wen is confident about breaking through to the 3rd rank, become a higher grade formation master. At that time, repairing the great relocation array, it's not just empty talk. Moreover, in this time's guaranteed rewards, there is a formation that I just simulated, practicing skills. With these skills, in harmony with the genius of the formation master, maybe we won't have to wait until later. Defeated and entering the mystical gate, I can fix the great transfer array myself. How should I choose? It is necessary to grasp the potential of powerful techniques. There is still a possibility to repair the great relocation array. The former may allow one to survive the catastrophe. The latter, yet it can directly allow oneself to escape the catastrophe. In the future, I want to go wherever I please. After so many simulations, Qin Wen can already confirm the demon war in Nanhua Town 12 years later. One cannot remain an outsider. Recent simulations, many causes of death, all were drawn into the demon suppression war. This is what cultivators often refer to as tribulations. Either face tribulations. Either way, it must be a robbery. It's really complicated. Set before Qin Wen, there are 2 possibilities. First type, understanding the essence of the sword to become stronger, carving a bloody path through the catastrophe. But be careful. There is a reason why they joined the battle. Second type, repairing the great migration array and fleeing. Directly avoid this calamity. Also pay attention, as the talent for formations. It does not necessarily mean it can be done within 12 years. Reaching the 8th rank array master, just like Qin Wen, with the talent for the single land. It's not going to be easy to become a 9th rank alchemist. Such top-notch talent, one can never be separated from enlightenment and diligence, despite the shock and surprise. But it doesn't hinder. This was the hardest choice for Qin Wen to make. Qin turned to the side, holding a banana leaf, Natasha fanning herself. Natasha, if you were given two choices, one is powerful military force, one is the ability to escape powerfully. How do you choose? Natasha thought for a moment. Tilting his head, he said, Then I want powerful escape skills. Lied. Isn't it often said, is offense the best defense? Because, doesn't your Hua family have a saying, in the strong there are stronger, although you possess great military power, but there will always be someone better than you. Then why not master a skill, the ability to escape quickly? Fight if you can. If you can't win, there's always a way out. Not to the point of cutting off one's own retreat. Suddenly realized, Natasha, what you said makes so much sense. In Natasha's words, the key point is that within the strong, there are always stronger individuals. But one must not cut off all avenues of retreat. In this brutal realm of cultivation, the path of reverse longevity, there must always be an escape route. At any time, everyone gives themselves multiple choices. If there is a great teleportation array, when faced with a situation that cannot be resolved, is there still a way out? Go to another place. Cultivating immortality, where is it not repaired? May I ask not to be entangled anymore? Chose the golden talent genius mage. Suggestion for that area. At worst, I can slowly understand it in the simulation later. In this round of guaranteed rewards, 2 layers of suggested insights emerged in memory. Visible. This crucial insight. The simulator is very considerate. Reward yourself after the simulation, to avoid having to comprehend it all over again later, after the talent selection is completed. A large amount of memory must be rewarded between the two. Comprehension suddenly flooded into Qin Wen's mind. In an instant, the amount of information was overwhelming. I have to quickly close my eyes and digest this. He must first deal with the past 10 years. Knowledge gained from studying formations. Sort it out, then slowly digest the last few years. 2 insights gained outside the tomb of the sheep-hunting sword god. At last, spend time improving your formation skills, so that we can fix the great move in the future. All of a sudden, there are many things to do now. But may I ask, are you happy? Because this is the process of harvesting. In the blink of an eye, another 10 days passed. The representatives from various countries were transported to the cultivation world. 2 months have passed. By this time, everyone has overcome the initial confusion, panicked, unease, those that cannot be passed. Basically, they have died in various ways. Change to the next person. Most people accepted reality. Start fixing the show. Except for those few representatives who already understand Chinese. Most representatives have to get through the first hurdle of learning Chinese. Fortunately, the Tao of Heaven thoughtfully prepared a book. Textbooks written in their native language. Smart people refer to textbooks, although I can't say it. But now it can basically be like looking up a dictionary, understanding the meaning of the initial cultivation technique. Many people have successfully entered the realm of the fragile layer, and 2 months later, bold individuals are like Gandhi was at the beginning. Set sail. They also realized it. The importance of cultivation resources. So one must strike first to gain the advantage. Go raid other people's islands, although they can't open the storage bag to store supplies. But for the wise, it's not a problem. For example, Stephen from the Lighthouse Nation. He not only stole supplies from other representatives, they also seized their small boat, take someone else's boat, tied to the back of one's own boat as a cargo hold. It can hold snacks, 0 grass, food. What happened to the water? On the South Seas Islands, the age of exploration belonging to representatives of various countries. It has clearly begun. Blue Star, U.S. Zion National Official Live Stream Room, Post-Gen Zio Cyan. I have been working in this position for 2 months. Quite skilled now. Dear viewers, a good man is me. I am Gen Zio Cyan. Good. A new day has begun again. Let's focus on the world of Zhu Zion. Some standout representatives from various countries. What interesting news came out yesterday? Stephen of the Lighthouse Nation. Iron chains connect the boats. He has already robbed 4 representatives. 4 small boats were also tied to the stern. Yesterday, he kidnapped Li Jaihan from Pickle Nation. This is Lai Jixin. Now I have become Stephen's little brother, currently working with Stephen. Although Stephen has a ninth grade spirit root, but over the past month, the boundary hasn't been raised. Still a crispy 3-layer, probably busy scrambling for resources. The bond of the sun never sets. This person is said to have been on the Blue Star. He is the representative of the agents. Currently, there has been no offshore operation. He seems to have no interest in going out. Opposite, turned his island into an impregnable fortress. Yesterday, I set traps all over the riverbank again. Whoever goes to Bond's Island, it looks like trouble is coming. Malkshin, the national representative. Ivanov. His name is too long. Let's call him Ivan. Ivan has also set sail, but he is quite unlucky. 5 days at sea, still drifting at sea. No other islands belonging to others were found. What bad luck! Wish him good luck. Do not be swallowed by the wind and waves. Representative of Secura country. Hi, Miss Elegant. Just yesterday, her realm has broken through to the 3rd layer of the fragile body. By the way, this elegant lady, the spiritual root that was measured back then, it is an 8th grade water spirit root and a 6th grade wood spirit root. So cultivate. This speed is quite fast. It's just that, at first, she felt a bit frustrated, unable to accept reality. I have completely accepted reality now. There is still representative of the windmill country. She is also a beautiful young lady. She actually became a disciple of the master. You're very lucky. She is guided by her master in her training. The cultivation speed should be very fast. Finally, it is Qin Wen from our country. Her current state. It is a crispy 8-layer. Every day I take water and eat sugar. It's just too extravagant. Tom from the Shoe Kingdom, Jerry from Maple Leaf Country, Gandhi of the White Elephant Kingdom, still giving her a boat ride. Qin Wen has been quite calm these days, often alone, not knowing what to think, still using branches on the sand, draw some strange symbols. Anyway, we can't understand it. We also dare not ask. In summary, Qin Wen is clearly the one among everyone, the fastest person. Don't underestimate him just because he hasn't officially set sail yet. But that's because he is waiting for the large ship to finish. This ship is simply a dimensional reduction strike. If we encounter other representatives' ships, the outcome was predictable. I cannot laugh, cannot laugh. Be low key, be low key. Otherwise, other countries will be jealous of us. Looking at Qin Wen's large ship, improving day by day, can the countries of Blue Star not feel jealous? They wish to remind their representative, let's head straight to the mainland. Stop drifting at sea. Bumped into by Qin Wen. Then it's time for a barbecue. The boat is ready. Cultivation World, on Qin Wen's small island. Tom was incredibly excited, reporting work to Qin Wen. After more than 20 days of construction, according to Qin Wen's design plan, a 20-meter long boat, 5-meter deep pure wood, only at key points. A sailboat reinforced with nails. I can't believe it's really done. The canvas is not standard canvas, but it was Qin Wen using the grass from the island for the horses. A little bit made up. At first, Qin Wen was weaving. Natasha looks. Later, Natasha learned. Just leave it to Natasha to take care of it. Such a canvas. Certainly a bit hasty. It definitely can't withstand strong winds. So, the ship is also equipped with oars. Someone needs to paddle. This is also in every simulation. Qin Wen would go to catch. More reasons for laborers to board the ship, Jerry exclaimed. Can be in a place like this. Build such a boat. It's simply a miracle. Looking at such a large ship, Jerry knows. Their chances of safely landing on the mainland. I don't know how many times it has increased. Jerry has no regrets at all now. Listen to Tom's advice. Following Qin Wen to build the boat, Qin Wen nodded, regarding the work of Tom and the 2 others, very satisfied. Tom asked, Captain, let's give our ship a name. Qin Wen smiled and said, let's call it the Golden Mary. Blue Star also has the anime One Piece. Tom immediately clapped and cheered. It seems the captain's goal. It's to be the Pirate King. Qin Wen smiled gently. I have already tried. since the large ship is ready now. The next step is naturally to leave this place. I have already stayed on the island for 2 months. Opportunities gained repeatedly in the simulation. Qin Wen can finally be in reality. Go and get it. Qin Wen and others spent another day preparing water, food, and other daily necessities. A water bucket made from coconut shells by Qin Wen. Bok Xuanbing Lingwen. They moved everything out directly. Lingwen will continue to seep slowly. I just don't know. Next time, come to get the food. What time is it? These spring waters are specially provided by the captain. Others definitely don't qualify to drink this. PSH, PSH, PSH. Qin Wen filled bucket after bucket with spring water, thrown into the cabin. Jerry watched all, anxiety in the heart. Captain, be mindful of the water line. There are still 5 people on our boat. We will need to recruit more people to row the boat. We need to leave enough weight space. Qin Wen smiled and said, water will be slowly consumed, but it's still too much. After all, we now have 5 people. Don't worry, only 4. Poor Jerry once doubted his relationship with Qin Wen, who didn't learn math well. After the supplies are prepared, Qin Wen shouted with a sense of urgency. Yan Fan, set sail. It feels like I'm in some ridiculous game. Have you heard this line? In summary, Qin Wen finally brought his Natasha. 3 coolies, sailing towards the sea, looking at the small island where I was born. Gradually distancing from oneself, Qin Wen felt somewhat sentimental. I don't know when. They will come back again. During a break in preparing supplies, Qin Wen cautiously simulated once again a life spent on the ocean. Remember every detail clearly. Ensure every opportunity. Can achieve it without any surprises. When the ship sails smoothly, Tom and Jerry are sliding down in the cabin. Suddenly heard, there was a splash outside. The 2 hurried to the deck, but only saw Qin Wen and Natasha. Gandhi is missing. What does Jerry want to say? Tom gestured to him. Don't talk too much. Return to the cabin with him to continue the descent. Jerry said angrily, this is him. Sai Moshe Donkey. Tom is very calm. I remember what Natasha said. This Gandhi once conspired against him and Qin Wen. Fortunately, Qin Wen discovered that he was up to something in advance. Otherwise, the 2 of them. Now it might have sunk into the sea. Jerry is still unhappy. Then he can't kill anyone either. What right does he have to kill? Is he a judge? Tom looked at him like he was a fool, gave Jerry a glance. Don't forget, you are now practicing the art of sword cultivation at Blue Star. Here, the strong are revered. You haven't seen Duan Tai Gong. Is there an introduction to the basic knowledge? Jerry still looked like an angry little bride, wearing a long face. Slide hard. He can kill Gandhi today. Tomorrow, it might be you or me who dies. You also saw his power. Speed up. It's not something the 2 of us can contend with, as long as you are loyal to him. I believe he won't harm you. God knows. Blue Star. Qin Wen threw Gandhi into the sea. It is also a live broadcast throughout. Bai Xianyuo goes up and down, extremely furious. The despicable Qin Wen, using Gandhi. Just kill him. How can there be such a despicable person? This is the demon, Satan. God will punish him. How can there be such cruel people? He really is. Modern people. Has he received an education? How could you bring yourself to do it? The people of Baixiangyuo on the internet even started to incite the authorities to go to war with Huaxia, to take revenge for Gandhi. Fortunately, the official Bai Xianyuo is still quite clear-headed, only condemned internationally, and bring in a few countries pursuing humanitarianism. Give him the platform. As for the actual military operations, of course I wouldn't dare. After all, those humanitarian countries that supported Bai Xianyuo, their representative, now they are plundering all over the sea. Isn't it a joy? In the land of Huaxia, regarding Qin Wen's actions, opinions are also mixed. Some people also say, only with such a steely heart, only by being able to survive in the cruel world of cultivation. After all, there are many people in Huaxia. Differences of opinion. It's also very normal, due to the sensitive nature of the topic. Host and guests in the official live broadcast room. Just pretend you didn't see it. did not participate in the discussion. In the Huaxia Celestial Dao Cultivation Office, the leaders at all levels showed expressions of relief. They exchanged a smile. Everything is understood without words. Gandhi quickly drowned in the sea. The second deist cultivator of Bai Xiangyuo immediately took over from Gandhi, randomly arriving on a small island in the South Seas. The relay runner, it seems to be an internet troll. After being chosen, he was both happy, excited again. Qin Wen, wait for you. The grudge against Gandhi. I, Salman, will definitely help him take revenge. I also understand Chinese. I will reach your level. Odd. Huaxia Nation audience. In Bai Xiangyuo's Chandao live stream room. Seeing this scene, they couldn't help but mock. Can speak our Chinese. Sanji was extremely happy. Does he think he understands Chinese? You can reach the realm of Qin Wen. Sanji, so naive. This child still need the society's harsh lessons. Only by having talent can one grow. Forget it. Don't just look at this ugly person. Go to Qin Wen. He really knows how to have fun. What is Qin Wen up to this time? Everyone, let's switch to Qin Wen's Chandao live stream. I saw Qin Wen holding Natasha's slim waist with both hands, and Natasha is spreading her arms. Two people on the deck, recreating the iconic scenes of the Titanic. Can play. Indeed, they know how to play. You need to know him. But just now, Gandhi was thrown into the water. This mental quality is unmatched. I have to say, only a hard-hearted person like this, only by mastering the skills can one survive the brutal process of cultivation. In any case, in the cultivation novels, those who can achieve great things are quite ruthless. Zhu Zion's sword. On the vast ocean, after eliminating this hidden danger of Gandhi, Qin Wen is in a great mood, watching the breathtaking sunset over the sea with Natasha. Natasha sighed. Although this world is technologically backward, but the environment is really nice. The air is fresh. The sky is a deep blue. The sunset is so beautiful. In the simulator, after witnessing the brutality of the battle against the demon in the back, Qin Wen couldn't express such feelings. Qin Wen deeply understood. Be strong enough. Either use various methods. Otherwise, in this cultivation world, we are all tools wielded by others. I am at the mercy of others. The right path is good too. The path of magic is fine. The simulator's spiritual power has been depleted. All the supplies on the ship are useful. Qin Wen didn't want to let go. So, before reaching the next island, it can't be simulated for now. Fortunately, in Qin Wen's mind, there is a sea chart of the entire Nanyang archipelago. With the talent of the pirate king, let him master all nautical skills. To the nearest island. It's only been a couple of days. The island closest to the birthplace of Qin Wen. It's an uninhabited island. Qin Wen led the crew ashore. Let them go search for snacks on the island. Zero grass, cultivation supplies. Through previous simulations, Qin Wen knows. The entire Nanyang archipelago consists of hundreds of small islands. There are initial cultivation resources arranged by the Heavenly Way, islands that may emerge as successors for each country. It's different from the previous ones. That's why supplies are arranged on every island. Qin Wen didn't care after he looted these supplies. Will it refresh again? Anyway, he needs to simulate spiritual energy value. If it doesn't refresh, then it won't refresh. The unfortunate ones are those who come later. It took 2 days. The snacks on this island. Lin Cao, to reinforce his large ship. Ceremonial instrument. What is a talismanic furnace? If you can't find it, then forget it. Snacks and weeds. It is still necessary. Qin Wen has refined another batch of cleansing elixirs. Just eat one when there is nothing to do. Snacks are transformed into zero energy points. Simulated navigation while sailing on the ship. Qin Wen steers the Golden Melee, heading towards the next island. Qin Wen's sailing goal is still very clear. His first stop's focus is the island where the people of Yanzi live. We will take a slight detour along the way, after passing through 10 islands with representatives from various countries, and 10 uninhabited islands. The 10 representatives from various countries. 5 boys and 5 girls. The man brought the boat up. The woman was brought up to do the chores. After all, there are too many people on the ship. Someone has to do the odd jobs. As for whether they are willing to communicate with me deeply, then it depends on their awareness. Before reaching the first inhabited island, Qin Wen simulated several times at sea. Simulate the goals you set for yourself before. Everyone is striving to become an 8-ranked town mage, repairing Dannuoi Town after acquiring the Genius Town Mage talent. Qin Wen in this series of simulations. Indeed, a higher achievement as a town mage has been attained. The highest point even reached the pinnacle of the southern wilderness. Liupin Town Sorcerer, the master of the island's secret gate, immediately wanted to step down and pass on the position. Just a sigh. Qin Wen is a gift from heaven to the Xuanji sect, the chosen one, to revitalize the Xuanji gate. Is it really that difficult to reach the 8th rank? It has been simulated 5 times already, although there is progress each time. But, feeling from 6th rank to 7th rank, it seems like there is a chasm. Qin Wen still has the blessing of golden talent. It's hard to break through to the 7th rank. Yuan Ying Kailao monster of the Xuanji Gate can reach the 6th rank. It must also have a talent for calming the heavens. But upon closer thought, Qin Wen actually overlooked something. Pan, Yuan Ying's 2,000-year lifespan. Who knows how many years he studied at the town's law? Qin Wen achieved the accomplishments of the ancient master Yuan Ying in just 10 years of simulation. If Qin Wen were given the same amount of time, he will definitely reach the highest rank of 9. The problem is, the demon suppression war is only 12 years away now. Qin Wen must complete it within 12 years. The repair of the Great Relocation. Only then can one obtain the legacy of the Hunter Sun Sword God. We can safely escape this calamity. The legacy of the Sun Hunter Sword God, Qin Wen, is a must-have. Just because of that one simulation, the Sun Hunter Sword God can actually strike from the celestial realm, level the entire Liang sect to the ground. This guy has cultivated to such an impressive level. Obtain his inheritance. Are you still worried about lacking strength in the future? Not to mention the Sun Hunter Divine Sword. However, the transformation mirror magical artifact. In the human realm, this is the ultimate treasure, even surpassing the vast majority of castles. Cooperating with the Hunting Sun Sword Manual, absolutely fierce. Take your time. It seems that every time the simulation ends, as long as during the simulation process, what have you studied for a long time? Relevant memories will be inherited. I am now a 6th rank town mage, 7th rank alchemist. Using this starting point to proceed with the subsequent simulation, it will be easier to achieve breakthroughs. The laws of the town are profound and extensive. Its complexity even surpasses alchemy. So, every time I inherit memories, Qin needs a lot of time to digest these results. Thanks to Qin Wen, there is Dan Dai, the genius town mage with these 2 golden talents. Otherwise, even if I give him the memories of these research results, he can't digest it either, because I lack that talent. It is impossible to comprehend the mysteries within. In the blink of an eye, 2 months have passed. Qin followed the simulation strictly before setting out to sea. Let's push forward the progress of these 2 months. Adding the talent of the Pirate King can sense the danger on the sea. So, these past 2 months have been completely stable. The 5 laborers were also captured. They are all strong and robust representatives from various countries. Tom, the pyramid scheme leader, brainwashed them. Each one is willing, sliding down the ship every day. Qin asked if they were afraid of their disloyalty. Now, Qin Wen of the 9th layer of the pure body. The combat power is not just at the 9th level of pure physicality, because Qin asked about an island. Just harvest a wave of Zisui grass. Refined a large number of cleansing marrow pills. Every day we eat. His current physical body's level of refinement, higher than the golden elixir strength. This foundation is extremely well laid. One can imagine. Qin asked about the speed of improvement in the Kai refining mirror. It will be very scary. Because of his body, it's really perfect for absorbing spiritual energy. 5 female representatives were also brought on board. At first, Qin asked them to take care of it. The daily life of a ship's crew, equally shared lessons. But later, they insisted on exclusively favoring Qin Wen alone. There's no way. Qin could only have in-depth conversations with them one by one. Correct their thoughts. Qin Wen's live stream room often receives comments. Only one line of hint is left above. Involves private scenes. Pause the live stream, making global audiences eager with anticipation. Qin asked if it was up. The life I have always dreamed of. Sailing the vast ocean. Beauty in the womb. Mommy, I'm so envious. I also want to be a pirate. Young man, your thoughts are very dangerous. This is Blue Star. This is not the immortal cultivation world. In the Huaxia official live broadcast room, Post Zhen Zio Cyan raised a question. Qin Wen has been in the 9th layer of body tempering for many days. Shouldn't we head straight to the mainland, entering the immortal gate, looking for a higher level of cultivation technique? He seems to be enjoying himself. Now let's see. The days of sweeping through the islands. If this continues, over time, it might be surpassed by representatives from other countries. The Tao of Heaven cultivation has already begun for more than 4 months. The guests from those live streaming rooms. It has long been replaced. I only come back occasionally for a guest appearance. Today's guest. It is very popular among young friends. Beloved battle call, Juju seat. Juzuo smiled kindly. I see Qin asking now. It should be during the process of primitive capital accumulation. Juzuo. Oh, I recently read some cultivation novels. Discover those who practice immortality. All rely on a large amount of resources. What elixir? Spirit stone? Ritual implement? Genva. It's just like when we buy a house. They cannot do without a cave filled with abundant spiritual energy. Is that how it is? Now this island. We've been watching for so long. I haven't seen any powerful cultivators. Here to Rome, and each of these islands. Above are the initial cultivation resources placed by the Heavenly Dao. This is the easiest resource to obtain. So Qin must be planning to search these islands for more treasures, officially embarking on cultivation on the mainland. In this way, early stage of cultivation, you won't have to worry about supplies anymore. I think it should be like this. Gen Zioxian nodded repeatedly. Juzuo is right. Many netizens think so too. Then let us board the ship of Qin Wen. Can we load more cultivation supplies? In fact, Gen Zioxin was thinking about. Wow, he brought 6 female companions, unable to reach the shore. This is about the power of a harem with 3,000 members. No man doesn't envy Qin Wen. I don't know how Qin Wen managed to do it. Niaming has arrived now, only landed on the islands of 5 female representatives. But these 5 female representatives, it just so happens that besides Natasha, the top 5 in looks and figure, this peach blossom moon, against the heavens, a person at ease, let them be envious. Qin asks now, looking at the distant, misty island, counting the days in my heart. That's right, exactly 60 days. According to the information obtained from the previous simulation, I will receive the Ximing Yanzi today. There shouldn't be any surprises. In the Sims, Qin almost always managed to obtain the Ximing salt. But we cannot be careless either. After all, this is that world of humans. The possessions of a top-tier cultivator. Qin asked according to the information obtained in the simulation. Let 2 laborers come ashore to harvest. This is the route map after arriving on the island. You must strictly follow this route. Otherwise, the sand dunes on the island. I will take you to the sword deity. 2 coolies standing in front of Qin. A person from Gaul. His name is Edward. A person from the land of wine. His name is Ayer. These 2 people have solid personalities. During this time, working hard without complaint, Qin had a good impression of them. So, the task of relatively safely harvesting Ximing salt, it's up to them now. Understood. Edward and Al nodded seriously. Qin took out another piece of sheepskin. This sheepskin is only the size of a palm. There is a drawing of a tree and a type of fruit on it. The fruit trees and fruits you are going to pick. Looking like this. Don't get it wrong. There are 9 of them. Take them all down. Understood. Don't eat those fruits. Because once you eat it, you will breathe fire all over. Dead beyond redemption. Do you understand? Understood. Good. You 2 row the small boat to the island. Yes. Look, these 2 laborers are really useful. No problem at all. Let them do whatever they want. On one hand, their personalities are like this. On the other hand, Tom's brainwashing was effective. Every day they instill it in them. Follow Qin Wen for a meal. Following Qin Wen's thoughts on being able to reach the shore, Qin Wen stood on the deck, watching Edward and Al's small boat gradually row away. Qin Wen is right here. Although it has just been simulated, they can return smoothly. However, Qin Wen was still a bit excited. After all, this is the first major opportunity he aims to seize. It's impossible not to be excited. These past 2 months, Qin Wen discovered a small bug in the simulator that is deliberately not raising the zero power value to 1000, only reached 500. This can also be forcibly simulated, but you can only see 30 days ahead, and in the end, the talents that were unlocked, because there is too little energy. Basically, it's all useless. But there must be a reward. Some memories may appear in the simulation, regardless of the route taken to the island. It's still the picture of Simon Yanzi. It was all Qin Wen in these 2 months of simulations. Memories gained from inevitable rewards. If it's just a text description of the simulator, Qin certainly did not know the exact appearance of the route and the fruit. This kind of simulation, even though I can only see for 30 days. But the content of these 30 days will be very detailed. In this way, Qin can do it. Every step is taken without error, quite steady. After patiently waiting for 10 hours, on the distant, foggy sea surface, finally, a small boat has drifted out. Edward and Al have returned. Quiglet, take them aboard the ship. The 9-star Ming Yanzai has finally been obtained. Qin quickly let Tom take the helm. Stay away from this island. Because of the news seen in the simulation, the mysterious cultivator rarely visits this island. But it was also possible to sense that Ximing Yanzi had been tampered with. So hurry and run. The ship sails on the shimmering blue sea, gradually drifting away from Ximing Yan's island. From all directions, a glance reveals. It's all boundless ocean. Qin looked at the compass to determine the direction. Its direction is not towards the nearest island, but to a farther place. Only by doing this can we avoid being discovered by that mysterious cultivator. 2 days later, standing on the deck, the horizon is already visible in the distance. A vague shadow of an island rises. Memorizing according to the mental map, this should be a deserted island. Qin Wen was ready to digest 9 pieces of Ximing Yanzai here. But just at that moment, a piercing sound cut through the air. Everyone turned to look in the direction of the sound, but saw a person with a Western face. A woman wearing a green robe, flying in the air while stepping on a large seashell. The woman also saw Qin Wen and the others on the sea surface. Immediately, the expression changed, moved closer. Qin whispered a command. Everyone, we must never replace Ximing Yanzi, who was picked 2 days ago. Otherwise, Zioiyu, a woman stepping on a shell-shaped flying device, fell onto the deck of the Golden Mary. Qin Wen saw that her eyes were actually moist. Oh God, I finally met someone from my hometown. This woman is clearly a representative of a certain country. Her Chinese pronunciation is extremely foreign. However, this is not the main point. The heavenly eye reveals the talents at play. Qin Wen saw this woman's information. Rubin, Fanzila, Langsing Peak Carnation, Kai Training Level 1, 20 years old. Sanwei Ju Shiba, 68, 88. She has a master. Hao Pinglai Shenren, Yuan Ying 9 layers. Fan Kaianla saw a familiar foreigner with blonde hair and blue eyes. Very excited, hugged them one by one, mumbling in his mouth. I don't know what they are talking about. It's probably just. She feels too lonely here. Qin warmly embraced her politely. The other party also used the customs of their hometown. Close-faced greeting. Qin is now filled with questions. Why during the simulation, without her presence? Tianyensha told Qin Wen the answer. This person is a cultivator of the Heavenly Dao. Once the boundary reaches the Kai refining stage, immortal cultivation simulator, it turns out, those people who came from Blue Star. Once the realm reaches the first layer of Kai refinement, the simulator can no longer simulate them. So, just treat the simulators as if they don't exist. No wonder the simulator says it has no bugs. Qin thought again. He can simulate forcefully. Always know forever. All the details of what will happen in the next 30 days. But There are 197 Dao cultivators in this world. They became variables in the simulation. I didn't notice it before. It's because no one had reached the Kai refinement stage before. Now, not only have people reached, I ran into them again. Fellow villager meets fellow villager, tears welling in both eyes. In this section, seeing people on the same blue planet, Fan Kyanla developed a feeling of kinship. However, Qin Wen's successor, but not as exaggerated as he is. Mainly just these one by one. Everyone is working for Qin Wen. After witnessing the methods of my fellow townsfolk, they were not excited to see their fellow villagers at all. Qin said softly, "Young lady, don't get too excited yet. You were just flying in the sky. So you reached the Kai refinement realm?" Qin Wenaming knowingly asked. Fan Kyan nodded repeatedly. Yes, yes. I just had a breakthrough a couple of days ago. Oh no, I am so happy. I have been here for over 4 months. Finally, I see you all. I once suspicion. Am I the only one who has traveled through time? The people on the ship were somewhat surprised. You have reached the Kai refinement stage. Where did you get the Kai refining technique? Isn't it said that the method of cultivation comes from the heavenly way? Can it only be refined to the 9th layer of brittle form? Could it be that his cultivation method different from us? Fan Kyanla explained with a smile. I am pretty lucky. I just arrived here. I was discovered by my master. He took me to his cave. He said I have a unique appearance. It could be someone destined for greatness. They said my spiritual roots are very good. It is a 5th grade earth spirit root. So you want to take me as your disciple? I feel that others are good. Just agreed to be his disciple. My master is really amazing. Mingli has a language barrier. He can understand everything I say. He also taught me to speak his language. Fan Kyan is really a chatterbox. As soon as it's mentioned, it's never ended. Through Tianyanta, Qin Wen knows. His master is known as Pinglai Zhenren. He is active in this sea area again. This must be the immortal of Pinglai. It is the subject of the people, Yanzi, and the owner of the earth spirit Pearl. This Fan Kyanla is quite surprising. Unexpectedly possesses a spiritual root. This is indeed higher than the 5-element spiritual roots. A level of spiritual roots. No wonder he reached the Kai training stage in just 4 months. Qin's eyes flashed with a hint of killing intent. But upon thinking carefully, Pinglai Zhenren is a great practitioner of the 9th layer of Yu and Ying. On his disciple, isn't there a way to ensure our safety? Killing to silence is not a solution, even if not counterattacked. It is also very likely that the Pinglai Zhenren will track us down. It's better to leave. We still have things to do. The boat is setting off. Do you want to join us? Fan Kyanla Dao. It's time to leave. I would like to invite you to visit my master. My master will definitely say, you are all destined ones. I will take you as my apprentices. Qin repeatedly waved his hand. Isn't this just walking into a trap? No, we'll leave first. Sigh, don't rush. Can we talk a little longer? Fan Kyanla looked in one direction. That is exactly where Ximing Rock Island is located. His journey. It was to help his master pick the Ximing Yanzi. This is also an important matter. We can't delay. No way. He can only once again wield the great shell flying device. Soaring into the sky, Fan Kyanla stuck a talisman on the railing, said with a cheerful smile, "This is a locator. Let you on the boat. Wait for me to finish the tasks assigned by my master. I will come back to find you." Qin nodded with a smile. "But we are waiting for you." As Fan Kyan drifted far away, Qin roared angrily, "Hurry up and take this cursed talisman off me. Then let everyone go to the lower deck and paddle." Full speed ahead, the golden melee ship sped along, sailing bravely against the waves on the sea. Qin asked how the Pirate King's talent played an important role. They led them to a strong wind gap, drifting along with the ocean current in the sea breeze. Qin has given up the recent island. Continue sailing north. On the other side, Fan Kyan flew for half a day, arrived at the island where Ziminjianzi is located. As he followed the route map given by his master, when they arrived in front of the divine fruit tree, but saw the tree was empty. There is nothing at all. Strange. Did the master make a mistake? The fruit isn't ripe yet, right? The truly innocent girl. I never thought the fruit would be stolen. She is still lamenting. If I had known the fruit wasn't ripe at all, I might as well sail with them. Sailing on a big boat, going on adventures everywhere. How interesting. By the way, no one asked them what their names were. Oh, it's good to have a tracking device. Go find them to play. When Fan Kainla spent another half a day, when I flew to the location of the positioning device. But all I could see was the endless ocean. There are no people or boats. This is the place. Did I not put on my clothes properly? Upon seeing this, the audience of the Windmill Kingdom fell silent. Our representative, so naive, encountering problems, always reflecting on one's own reasons. Have you considered if it's someone else's problem? Oh my gosh. It was Qin Wen who stole your master's fruit. Hurry and report it. Hurry up. Sigh. We broke the bullet screen here. He can't see it either. The refining mirror hasn't unlocked any special permissions. Is the way of heaven a deception? Ziu's iron sword. 1 day later, Shannon. This place is close to the island where Ming and Yan Zai are located. At least 4 small islands are separated in between. Qin Wen felt it was far enough. Ping Lai Zhenren possesses great supernatural powers. It's impossible to find anything in such a vast sea. Sweep yourself out. In the previous simulation, as long as you run fast, even the immortal Ping Lai cannot catch him. So Qin Wen confidently boarded the island. Found a secluded spot. Begin digesting 9 pieces of Ziming Yanzi. Eat this thing. It's quite uncomfortable. From the storage bag, 9 identical purple fruits were poured out. Qin Wen pondered for a moment. They began to devour one by one. Ooh, so hot. 9 seeds of Minjianzi went down the belly. Qin Wen's skin turned completely red. The heat made him shatter all his clothes on the spot, burning like fire inside, all red all over. It feels like it's about to explode. A roar echoed. Qin Wen's unusual fire-breathing. Spit it out. It's still all purple flames. The purple fire soared into the sky. The entire island is clearly visible. Tom and the others know. That location is Qin Wen. Immediately surprised. Captain, what skill are you practicing? Is he going to breathe fire now? Finished. I won't be able to beat him anymore. Forget it. Before arriving on the mainland, just row the boat for him. Anyway, we are going to the mainland. Leave this great ship of his. The possibility of our safe landing, almost zero. These past 2 days, Qin Wen pulled Fan Kayan. Described became a devil. He told the crew. He asked Edward and the others to fetch the fruits. It's actually Master Fan Kayanla's treasure. So in the future, when you see Fan Kayanla run far away, if he finds out his master's treasure, it was Qin Wen and his group who took it, he will definitely report to his master. At that time, this group of people, everyone counts. They all have to die. Cultivators don't care about cooking. As long as there is a connection, will be retaliated against, with Tom fanning the flames from the side. So this boat of people also gave up on searching for Fan Kayanla, the idea of going to the mainland. 2 days later, Qin Wen completely digested the Siming salt. He looked at a puddle of clear water, seeing my reflection in the water. The information from the heavenly eye automatically surfaced. Qin Wen, Blue Star Huaxianation, 24 years old. Very handsome. The body proportions are excellent. Leaping fire spiritual root, purple flame sacred body. Good. Very good. Qin Wen raised his hand. A swirl of purple flames danced. This is no ordinary fire. This is the purple flame of holy fire. In the simulation, Qin Wen has tried it, refining elixirs with this fire. It's even more than the usual counter firepower. Danshin Shinvu. Add to this moment the purple flame sacred body. They are a perfect match. On the alchemical poetic diagram, Qin Wen is confident he will reach the peak in the future. The first day of swallowing the purple salt, the clothes on Qin Wen, it was shattered by the power of this genius treasure. However, in the past couple of days, Qin Wen's live stream on Blue Star, it is not closed, but was branded as a horse. Qin Wen Yuang smoothly returned to the boat from the island. The male crew member coughs awkwardly a few times. The female crew member was so shy that she couldn't show her face. Qin Wen looked at the 6 women from the Tower of Sha, spoke calmly. What are you shy about? It's not like I haven't seen it before. The boat is filled with hardship. I envy you to the point of hatred. Survival at sea. The conditions are harsh. Qin Wen and the others have always worn horse grass, clothes woven from leaves. Qin Wen took a set of leaves from the warehouse. Put on a full set. Departure. Go to the next station. Ximing Yanzi has already obtained it. Qin Wen's next target. It's the Earth Spirit Pearl. However, we can't just go like this now, because Qin Wen already knows. There is a variable. He can't simulate it. Robin. Van Zila. The previous simulation. A clever tactic of feigning one thing while doing another, although everyone is successful. But that is all built on without the interference of Fan Qianla. That can't be said for sure. Fan Qian had not yet reached the chi-refining stage, unable to activate the flying artifact. So he should have stayed there, in the cave of the Pinglai real man. Now he has spiritual power, flying here and there. It's hard to guarantee. Pinglai Shenren won't let him guard the Earth Spirit Pearl, or simply the immortal from Pinglai. I will guard the Earth Spirit Pearl myself. It's difficult. Qin Wen started to have a headache. In the future, seeing these variables, why not just kill them all, to avoid impacting one's own simulation? Sigh. Wait a moment. Qin Wen suddenly had a flash of inspiration. He now possesses supernatural abilities. Therefore, the mind is very agile. It is also very scattered. Why must we first obtain the Earth Spirit Pearl? He can first take the remnants of the Thunderwood, help the Coral Dragon, then let the reef take the stage. Bring the Earth Spirit Pearl here. This Pinglai Master is truly powerful. The reason is 9 layers. After the Coral Dragon transformed, it became quite lean. That is even more than the embodiment of 9 layers. A remarkable realm. Qin Wen walked straight into the room, locking oneself inside. He is about to start the simulation. Let's take a look at it this way. Can we successfully obtain the Earth Spirit Pearl? Whenever this time comes, the people on the ship dared not disturb him. They all thought, Qin Wen does this every time, locking myself in a room alone. I am in seclusion training. Qin Wen took out from the storage bag. Take out some spirit stones. Thinking it over. Continue using 500 spiritual power points. Simulating accurate information for a month. Still using 1,000 spiritual energy points. Simulate the rest of your life. Let's simulate a lifetime. It's time to level up my skills. After acquiring the talent of a genius array master, with Qin Wen's current state, 11 gifted squares, it's already full. So the simulation after that, he is replacing those. Lower quality, or talents with weaker effects. For example, the spirit of green exploration. He was replaced by the purple prodigy. Prodigy, since I acquired this talent, in 10 years, your IQ will skyrocket. 10 years later, the intelligence level returns to normal, although there is a time limit. But it just happens to meet Qin Wen's current needs. He just wants to use the first 10 years. Conquering the repair issues of the great translocation array. Blue poison variant physique talent, possessed by the purple demon king. Possessed by the demon king, transformed into the Dark Lord. The strength has risen to a new level, lasting for an hour. Used only once a year. Occurrences do not stack. These past 2 months, because it's often simulated for only 30 days. So the talents that were unlocked are all pretty average. This Demon King possesses me. It's also like giving myself an extra weapon, still somewhat useful. Endowed by the blood cow. Poisonous transformation. Actually, it doesn't have much effect anymore. Nature needs to be replaced. These purple talents, in the end, they will definitely be replaced by golden talent. Just to unlock the golden talents, it's not that easy. Start simulation, your 59th simulation. Now it begins. The talents you currently possess. 1,111. Prodigy, Survival Master Niu, but no woman in my heart. Possessed by the Demon King. One Piece. Jin, Tianinti, Jin, Blood Cow, Dendic, Jin, Beast Whisperer, Ascetic, Genius Array Master. Jin, your current state is Crispy realm. I'm sorry, but I can't assist with that. Need to consume 0 energy points. 1,000. Consume 0 energy value of 1,000. Remaining 0. Day 1. You have obtained the purple flame sacred body. The fire spiritual root has been upgraded to the 6th rank. But you are not very happy, because you are considering how to safely obtain the earth spirit pearl. Day 20. You headed straight for the Jiangsuan continent. Arrived at the fishing village in the southern part of Nanhuang. 21st day. You led people to kill in the bandit den. Eliminate all the bandits. And take the bandits' treasures. Distributed to the villagers and those on the boat. The whole village is grateful to you. The village chief presents a treasured artifact passed down through generations in the fishing village. Dedicated to you. You have obtained the celestial treasure. Chan Lei Mu severed limb. Day 22. You go out to sea alone. Go to the sea to search for coral reefs. 40th day. Drifting at sea for more than half a month. Your talent for being the pirate king. Finally, there is a response. There is danger ahead. You slowly approach. It turns out that the reef is causing the storm. You have the gift of beast speaking, communicating with the coral reefs. You have extraordinary abilities. IQ off the charts. A few words. You convince the coral reef to collaborate with you. Day 43. The reef borrowed your thunderwood remnants. Begin the transformation into a dragon. Day 53. The divine dragon has successfully passed the tribulation. Return your thunderbolt with severed limbs. The first thing you made him do. It is borrowing his dragon blood and dragon spirit. He gives it to you without hesitation. The second thing, I have brought you the earth spirit pearl. He agreed without hesitation. The third matter is postponed. Tell him within 10 years. Day 55. Your One Piece talent is Sensen, a faraway place. The battle broke out. You probably think that Pinglai Shenren is clueless, unwilling to hand over the earth spirit pearl. So we fought with the Shenlong. Day 56. Shenlong returns. I will hand over the earth spirit pearl to you. You've asked him, what happened to Pinglai Shenren? He said the other person escaped with one arm. Indeed, you and ye 9 layers. How could we possibly defeat a celestial beast? Seeing this point, Qin Wen felt relieved, although it cannot simulate variables. But the variables of a mere refining mirror. Can we stop the celestial beast from taking the earth spirit pearl? This idea is correct. Continue to watch this simulation. Can we solve the repair issues of the great move? 57th day. You have absorbed the earth spirit pearl. Returned to the fishing village. The 58th day. You bid farewell to Natasha and the others, embarking on the path of cultivation alone. Day 73. You remember based on the location in your mind. Found the Dragon God Palace. You retreat in place. Begin to comprehend the cultivation of the Dragon God Palace. Day 143. In the ascetic's path. Prodigy. With the blessing of a heart free of women. You reached the first level of the Dragon God Palace faster this time. Day 163. According to the demon distribution map of Nanhuang Town in my mind, you found the mysterious gate. Today happens to be the day when the Xuaniam insect opens its mountain and collects maps. You participated in the introductory selection. The Xuanji sect values Kaimindunjia, Baguazhang, and other esoteric arts. So during the entrance selection, aside from the spirit root test, military assessment, we still need to assess this knowledge. What shocked the entire sect was, you not only ranked first in the martial arts assessment, the level of formation master you have displayed already surpassed the 3rd rank. To avoid causing too much of a stir, you just suppressed your own performance. In fact, you are now a 6th tier formation master. Day 164. You have successfully entered the Xuanji gate. Although I am older now, but it can't hide your talent. You directly entered the Bagua Hall. This is inside the Xuanji gate. A disciple of a formation master with immense potential. A class you can only join if you have talent. Day 165. Your realm has broken through to the first layer of weapon refining. Day 170. You revealed your alchemist talents. The owner of Lingdon Hall was greatly shocked. Day 171. The leader of Lingdon Hall is trying to win you over. Argued fiercely with the leader of the Gossip Hall. Day 172. You thanked the master of Langdon Hall for their kindness. Decide to stay in the Baguette because you need to deeply understand the way of your formation. Quickly break through to the 8th rank array master. Day 175. You day and night. King Ying is in the sea of formation and magical arts books. The leader of the Baba Hall admires your spirit of research. Greatly appreciated. Let the disciples learn from you. 200 days. When encountering a bottleneck in formation research, you should focus on enhancing your cultivation. In fact, there is a spirit pearl within you, even if you don't intentionally cultivate. The cultivation is continuously improving. If carefully cultivated, the speed of cultivation improvement will be even faster. The second year, cultivation, researching formations. Occasionally beat the drums for alchemy, using the resources of the sect. Refine some advanced elixirs. With other cultivators, exchange for what you need. Materials consumed for formation experiments. Third year, genius talent allows your wisdom to surpass ever before. This year, you have an epiphany. You haven't revealed the 7th grade formation. This indicates you have reached the level of a 7th rank array master. This year, you went down the mountain to gather some spiritual herbs. I brewed my own enhancement elixir. A successful strike in one move. The master of Langdon Hall sees your chirofining mirror. You can brew the boosting elixir by yourself. More envious of you. Once again, relentlessly reporting to the sect leader. I will transfer you to Langdon Hall. Say, you are at the gossip hall. It's a waste of talent. But you are dedicated to studying formations. You are unwilling to go to Langdon Hall. The sect leader can't do anything about you either. Fourth year, the 7 Absolute Realms 10 linked names competition has begun. You reported to the sect in advance. Showed them your talent as a 7th tier formation master. The 7 monsters of Yu and Ying in seclusion. All were alarmed. Come and take a look. You rising star. They set up the ancient 7-tier formation for you. Breathtaking. Your status suddenly shifted from a gossip hall disciple, not to show off, but can avoid the selection process. Obtain an additional 7 extreme 10 name quota. Additionally, more importantly, you can leave the sect. Apply for a lot of formation supplies. You will be in a dire situation next year. Will be used. A few years ago, snacks were scavenged from the sea. Lenkau, cultivation resources. All of it has been used for research in formations. The experiments with various formations consumed it all. Those resources have long been insufficient. These past 2 years, you often refine elixirs, selling array, exchanged snacks, to obtain more materials needed for the research formation. 5th year, the 7 absolute realms and the 10 connections begin. After you enter the realm, only pick wild herbs. The other treasures do not compete or fight. Some people think you seem easy to bully. I want to snatch your storage bag. You casually tossed a simple sand formation, strangled into a pool of blood. Soon, your reputation as a 7th rank array master spread far and wide. Everyone keeps their distance from you. Many people even started to flatter you. After all, a 7th rank array master. They haven't even heard of it. You dismissed those who flattered you. The heart of a person is hidden behind their belly. You only believe in yourself. Don't believe in the path of friendship. You are determined to gather scraps. After collecting the grass clippings, you arrived early at the exit of the 7 absolute realms. You are at the exit location. 18 layers of formation were set up. Even if all the disciples besiege you, none of them can defeat you. They want to exit through the exit. I must hand over everything I gained from this situation to you. Release on bail, no killing. You said it like that. Seeing this, Qin wondered why he felt so amazing. The formation master reached the peak of their craft. It is also an existence that can battle across realms. Qin soon realized this. Defense array, attack formation, confusing array, rejection spirit formation. Once these formations are set up, the array master is in his own formation. That is an existence like a ruler. The self in simulation, at the exit location, directly set up an 18-layer formation. That's too harsh. These disciples of the same realm, it's impossible to break through the great formation. Qin doesn't need to take action himself. Just set up these formations here. No one can get through. No wonder from the previous year. I want to showcase my skills as a formation master. Obtain the location of the Xuanji sect's junior gate. So many chess pieces. Formation array. Array talisman. Gourmet snacks. Formation materials, etc. 1 year. He himself can't come up with it. Only by relying on the identity of Xiao Changmin. Directly allocate from the sect's resource library. The Xuanyaman values Qin Wen, this 7th grade array master. What do these supplies matter? Qin asked if he could take as much as he wanted. Other disciples of the Ji family and loose cultivators. Stunned. I scold you for being shameless. Despicable. Bullying the weak. Don't waste your breath with them. Still repeating one sentence. Bail granted. No execution. Someone is resisting. In the blink of an eye, your grand formation has strangled me. I can't hold my breath at all. Someone is timid. Honestly hand over your gains from the territory. Let him pass. Others follow suit. Most people choose to pay bail for safety. But there are still some people who would rather die than submit. Even united together. I will break your great formation. Steal your storage bag. They forcefully break into your formation. Broke through 3 layers of formations in a row. Feeling triumphant. You directly transform into a divine dragon. Strike them down in one blow. Now, your dragon god palace is already on the 3rd level. Kill opponents of the same realm. Like killing a native chicken or a dog. The last dozen or so united assisting cultivators. After being killed by you, their storage bags also belong to you now. In an instant, your magical artifact, elixir, spirit stone, various materials, incredibly rich. You are very happy. Now you need to consider the materials required for the formation. Can be used for a long time. Returning to the sect, you check what you have obtained this time. More than anything good you've ever simulated, and increased by nearly 10 times. Of course, what matters most to you, still a great move. The 6th year, you are focused on your research. How to fix the big move. The more you study, the deeper I delve, the more I realize the intricacy of this formation. The one who originally set up this formation, definitely not just 8 grades. Even you think Jiu Pindu underestimated him. Because of this formation, involves the mysterious rules of space. If as a user, you don't need to understand that deeply. But if it needs to be fixed, you are about to touch the most difficult part. The 7th year, spiritual powers can still be effective. You feel your head every day. It all seems to have flown up to the sky. Various magical ideas, constantly colliding with various knowledge. 8th year, you have a vague feeling that I am about to break through to become an 8th rank array master. However, you have already collected all the treasures of the Xuanji sect. Watched it all. There is no new knowledge. Supplementary words. Relying solely on wild ideas for breakthroughs. It is entirely a matter of luck. Then you think your knowledge is still insufficient. What do you think? Fix the big move for a while. Not only knowledge of formations is needed. Knowledge of the path of cultivating immortality. You want to learn. I hope to find inspiration. You and the 6th grade formation master in the sect. Yuan Yingjing, Grand Elder Wang, communicate frequently. He has benefited greatly from you. You tell him, I want to learn more extensive knowledge. He tells you, the Xuanji Gate has expertise in knowledge related to formations. It is already the richest in the southern wilderness. If this place can't satisfy you, then you can only go to Middle Earth. That was the most powerful of the 5 baths. There is an organization there. It's called Tianji Pavilion, known as the Master of Astronomy and Geography, in ancient times and through the ages, cultivating immortality and wielding magic. Alchemy ray, full of refined tools, everyone knows. Known by all. You ask him if there's a way to go to Middle Earth. What if I tell you, even if it's you and Ying Kai, crossing the barriers between the 5 baths, there are certain risks involved. It's not that he doesn't want to take you, but now, he is also at a critical period of breakthrough. The strength cannot be fully displayed. You, with the talent of a prodigy, extremely smart, you immediately crush the dragon scale. Summoning the divine dragon, you let the dragon take you to the central lands. Searching for Tianji Pavilion, this is the 3rd thing you asked the dragon to do. After finishing this task, he no longer lingered in the human world, directly breaking through the void to Middle Earth, attracted countless Middle Earth cultivators to watch in amazement. Many people call it the trend of the future, because a beast ascended first. A new map has appeared. This life simulation, my own thoughts spring to life. It should be attributed to the prodigal talent, staying alone in the southern wilderness. It's merely the legacy of the Sun Sword God. It means I cannot leave Nanhuang. May I ask to be directly taken to the Central Plains by the Shenlong? Wait here while I finish the repairs on the big move. Then we can just use the formation to teleport back to the southern wilderness. This prodigy's talent is truly remarkable. The IQ has indeed improved. But it's also possible that I was too foolish before, and I complain about myself. The 9th year, you are traveling in Middle Earth, inquiring about the location of the Tianji Pavilion, understanding the cultivation sword of Middle Earth. You find that the overall strength of Middle Earth is a level above that of the southern wilderness. In the reputable sects of the righteous path, the artifact refining mirror can only be used for odd jobs in the sect. Only by assisting the master can one be called a disciple. Jin Din Ding is considered a core disciple. Yu and Ying mirror of the sect's High Council 16. Only the transformation mirror qualifies to be called the Grand Elder. In the southern wilderness, you have never heard of the existence of the transformation mirror. There might be, but it's too little, so that one cannot see where it is. Not only is the overall strength of cultivators one rank higher, you also find that the supplies here are richer than in the southern wilderness. High-quality spirit stones are very common. Even the finest spirit stones aren't considered rare. Rare spiritual stones can occasionally be seen. In the southern wilderness, high-grade spiritual stones are quite rare. Lingao, the value of genius treasures. It is even higher than the southern wilderness. You directly call Middle Earth the holy land of cultivators. Here, the air seems to be more fragrant than in the southern wasteland. The 10th year, you found the Tianji Pavilion. Tianji Pavilion is a tall tower built in Bafang City. They just have this one building. The doorkeeper tells you, Tianji Pavilion only serves people of status. The information inside is only available to those who are qualified to view it. You feel indignant. Tell them, the youth in his final days is poor. 30 years on the East Bank, 30 years on the West Bank. You will become a person of status. The 11th year, you are in the alchemist competition in Middle Earth. Win first place. Become a certified 8th rank alchemist of the Middle Earth Cultivation Alliance. Because you are very young, revered as the young sage of elixirs by the Middle Earth monks, countless people see you as a legend. Because you are so young, it turns out he is an 8th rank alchemist. The entire Middle Earth, with you, there are only 3 8th grade alchemists in total, and your realm, it's only the 9th layer of foundation building. Here, the genius child's talent vanished. It's such a pity, because you can feel it. I am close to the mage of Bapin Town, just a single ancient mirror away, without the blessing of the prodigy's intelligence. You are uncertain about yourself. Can I still learn the profound knowledge of town law? The 12th year, you are in the mage competition in Middle Earth Town, winning first place. Become a certified 7th grade town magician of the Middle Earth Cultivation Alliance. Because you are very young, became the king of Yingyan Town among the Middle Earth monks. Add your previous title. You are known in the community as the Dual Talent King. In Middle Earth Town, everyone in Middle Earth knows of it. Everyone knows. Adding to your mysterious background, suddenly became the object of admiration for countless cultivators. This year, you have been in seclusion for 6 months of training. The 13th year, you have emerged from your retreat. Success in forming the Golden Core. You have become a cultivator at the first level of the Golden Core stage. At your age, throughout Middle Earth, although I can find younger Jin Danjing cultivators than you. However, their years of cultivation, they are mostly taller than you, because when you started cultivating immortality, I am already 24 years old. They might have started when they were 10 years old. You should feel like a person of status now. Tianji Pavilion. The other party opens the door wide to welcome you. The doorman is bowing down to you. I once failed to recognize Taishan. Smiling, I slapped my own face. The master of the Tianji Pavilion personally welcomes you, the dual title champion. He saw you after. Expressions flicker unpredictably. I directly call you the Destined One. You faintly remember the term Destined One. Seems like I've heard this somewhere before. The master of Tianji Pavilion tells you. You carry the aura of destiny. But this aura is not quite complete. He took out a pile of strange turtle shells. I calculated it. Then I'll tell you. Now, there is more than one person in the world destined by fate, because they have all cultivated their skills. So, although you are the highest realm, but part of the heavenly fate aura was still taken away. But among all the destined ones, your celestial destiny aura is the strongest. The emotions in the simulator have experienced too much. I forgot where I heard the term Tianming Zhai Ren destined person, but the feelings outside the simulator, but very clear. Pinglai Shenren previously met the representative from the Windmill Country, Robin. Fan Zealous time. He has said, his master, Pinglai Shenren, said, he is the chosen one. Now in the Sims. The master of Tianji Pavilion also claims to be the chosen one. Clearly, chosen by the heavenly path to come to this world. They are all destined individuals. The chosen one. But from the simulation, the words of the master of the Tianji Pavilion, the aura of destiny on the destined person. It is mutually divided. The person who is ahead of the boundary. The breath grew stronger. This day is for nurturing the fruit. I saw this message. What comes to mind first? It is to eliminate all other Dao cultivators. You can become the one destined person, enjoying the breath of destiny alone. But upon careful thought, what is the use of this destiny aura? What are the benefits of being alone? I don't know. Think again. Killing them is useless. A kill over here. A new one will soon be chosen from Blue Star over at Tandao. Do we have to keep killing? Kill all 7 billion people on Blue Star. All didn't. Ridiculous. It's impossible to play like this. May I ask how one's divine talent comes into play? IQ skyrocketing. Use your brain. Start thinking and reasoning. They have a certain realm. So I divided my destined aura. I am the one with the highest Jingji. So my breath is the strongest. If you think along these lines, then, as long as I keep a significant gap in realms between us, the aura around them was nearly non-existent. And what I have on me, it is infinitely close to fully occupying the essence of destiny, hearing the chatter from outside with Tasha and the others, through the cracks in the doors and windows. Have you seen that, Tasha? Jerry and the others, with a carefree expression, in the talk. Effective. They seem to have fully accepted their fate of time, travel, regarding coming to this world of cultivation. Just treat it as a magical journey through time. I have no other thoughts at all. Earlier, may I ask what you think? Among the representatives of various countries, there is no real competition at all. Who is strong and who is weak? It's all about one's own affairs. It's none of anyone else's business. There, through simulation, may I ask what you learned? Everyone who comes from the blue planet. All are known as the chosen ones. The chosen one. There is a divine aura about him, and some are strong, some are weak. The one who leads further ahead, the stronger the destiny breath within you. What is this thing used for? Still unclear. But isn't this just an invisible competition? It's all about who has the higher realm, who is leading more, the so-called way of heaven. Arrange this competition. It can't be that they are just idle. There must be a purpose. Or perhaps there is a deeper meaning within. What is it? Even with divine talents and abilities, extraordinarily high IQ. This way, speculating on the way of heaven out of thin air. May I ask? It's still too difficult. Let's continue watching the simulation. Maybe there will be some clues. You talked a lot with the Tianji Pavilion Master. You have learned. Tianji Pavilion is a group of special cultivators practicing the Heavenly Eye technique. The Heavenly Eye technique can predict the past and future. Evolutionary destiny secrets. This is different from precognition. It is not about directly seeing events from the past or future. It's just a kind of deduction and calculation. You find it very miraculous. I hope to learn the Heavenly Eye technique as well. But the Master told you, only those who possess a heavenly spirit root. Talent cultivation. Now you understand. Why is the Tianji Pavilion so small? There are so few people. Tianling Zhen is full of laughter. The 14th year, because of your noble status as a dual champion, the Tianji Pavilion allows you to study knowledge and materials below the 3rd level. You originally thought 3 layers were too few. Only upon entering the attic did I realize. Each layer is a distinct space of its own. The collection of books inside is countless, categorized like mountains of books. 15th year, after the loss of supernatural abilities, you find that your mind isn't sharp enough. In the past, there was a lot of knowledge about the mystical beings. You will understand at a glance. But it's very difficult to understand unfamiliar knowledge. The 16th year, your abilities in formations and alchemy. Difficult to make progress. The Tianji Pavilion indeed holds many deeper secrets, but you can't learn it. Seeing this face, a sudden inspiration, before the divine abilities fade away. Entering the Tianji Pavilion, otherwise going in is useless. Without intelligence, it's hard to learn more difficult knowledge. Previous simulation, never been to Zhantu, so the life experiences after going midway. Is it your first time watching it too? There will naturally be oversights. May I ask you to remember quietly, next time during the simulation, change life strategy. 17th year, as you browse through the collection of the Tianji Pavilion, I discovered 1. Records that surprise you. It turns out, every 100,000 years on the Tiaxuan continent, there will be a domain where the spiritual veins have been exhausted for 200 years. This domain is in the southern wilderness. Eastern Zhu, Zaimo, circling back and forth between the northern Yang, never affected midway, based on the calculations of Tianji Pavilion's Tan in Jiu. Now is the time when the southern wilderness's spiritual veins are depleted. You suddenly realize the battle of the demons in the southern wilderness, fighting so fiercely. 80% is related to the depletion of spiritual veins, because ancient texts still record, although the spiritual vein may run dry for 200 years. But there is not a trace of spirit left. It's just very faint, and a small portion of the spiritual veins remain unaffected, barely can hold up for 200 years. Upon seeing this, outside, Qin Wen's gaze became fiery. This is very important information. The high intelligence brought by prodigious talent. This immediately reminded Qin of many pieces of information from the previous simulation. The righteous path is not necessarily the path of justice. They just practice relatively gentle cultivation techniques, form and style. Sometimes it's not much better than the path of demonic cultivation. Think about Elder Jiu of the Hunting Sunset. Aren't you secretly training in poison mastery? Think about the situation in the sevenfold realm, among the disciples of the Orthodox sect. Isn't it just as reckless to kill and steal? So the right path will be revealed in 12 years. The so-called campaign to eradicate the demonic path. Why can't we approach it from a perspective of justice? Guess their motives. What is that? Qin's eyes flashed with golden light. It is for the spiritual vein. No sect can endure for 200 years. The days without spiritual energy cultivation. The deist lineage will be directly severed. Wait 200 years for the spiritual energy to recover. Inevitably, they will be surpassed by the newcomers. So, the righteous path in 12 years. The campaign to eradicate the demonic path has begun. In fact, we need to eliminate the demonic path, devouring the spirit vein, the ratio of cultivators between the righteous and demonic factions. Basically, it's 2 to 1. The scattered cultivators have taken over. Individual practitioners have no voice. The righteous path only needs to eliminate the demonic path. It will be like the next 200 years. Spiritual energy of the southern wilderness. Only attack half of the original cultivators. Add to the reduction of disciple recruitment. This will save even more. A little darker. In this operation, the right path inevitably comes with casualties. If the casualties are severe, the remaining people can better endure the next 200 years. There is ample spiritual energy, continuing the sect's lineage. In the vast southern wilderness of the cultivation world, they were all treated as pawns by the military clan. Just thinking about the previous simulation, Qin Wen saw the southern wilderness immortal cultivation realm. The tragic state of imbalance everywhere. There is also the battle between good and evil, involving the mortal realm, the people of an entire city, suffering heavy casualties. Qin couldn't help but click his tongue. cultivators, truly heartless, quite ruthless, understanding the world of righteousness and evil 12 years later, the reason for the bloodshed that lasted for over a decade. Qin understood even better now. This is indeed the end. The spiritual veins are exhausted. Too many monks, too few offerings. Even without the magic path, Zheng Dao will also fight back. Eliminate the devil's path. It's just an excuse. Mo Dao thinks the same way. They also have a lot of idle people. So only the people below will fight with Zheng Dao to the death. Do you remember once during the simulation? Qin Wen was contemplating the suggestion. The high-ranking members of the Liang sect were besieged. Those golden elixir mirrors, the practitioner of the Yuan-Yin mirror, the number is not significantly less than before the battle between the righteous and demonic. Visible, these great sages, is aware of the inside story. Foundation establishment, refining tools, the younger generation of Qi family, sacrifice as cannon fodder. Of course, now those who know the inside story added one more. Qin asked, "It's good that I know all of this now." Once again, the divine dragon comes to help. The end after 12 years. Must not be able to control my body. Qin thought of again. There was a simulation once before. It was his first time in the simulation, when obtaining the Great Relocation Array. At that time, he submitted the Great Relocation Array to the sect. I hope the high-level array masters in the sect can repair it. Later, Xuanji sect was not resolved. Returned the formation to him. During this process, the news of the existence of the Great Shift Formation in the Xuanji Gate has leaked. Then, the Xuanji Gate was attacked by a group of mysterious individuals to forcibly seize Qin Wen's Great Teleportation Array. Among these people, there are indeed many reasons. It's not hard to know who these mysterious people are now. It is the righteous cultivator who knows the truth behind the depletion of spiritual veins. So they need to conceal their identities and presence. They seized the Great Relocation Formation. I must leave Nan Huang. Go to the other 4 realms. Enduring 200 years of withered spiritual veins. Just, they do not know that the Great Transfer Array is incomplete. I thought the Xuanji sect had produced a genius. Created the Great Relocation Array myself. Everyone wants to run away. After the southern wilderness, I'm really afraid. It's about to become a wasteland. Qin Wen continued to watch the witch. Maybe we can see the aftermath of the Battle of the Thunder Demon. The southern wilderness has stabilized. What is it like? The 18th year. You know it's pointless to keep lingering in the Heavenly Secrets Pavilion. It's just that I read more unusual stories from ancient and modern times every day. You decide to return to the southern wilderness. You inquire with the master of the Tianji Pavilion about a way to return to the southern wilderness. He told you, in the mountains of Wanshu in the south, there is a passage that can still be used. However, this is a one-way street. One can only go from Middle Earth to the southern wilderness. Cannot return from the southern wilderness. You indicate no inconvenience. Farewell to the master of Tianji Pavilion. You head south all the way. Fei Fei stops and goes. Aren't you in a hurry to go back? Because you know, the battle against the demon of the southern wilderness is not over yet. On your journey, you wander through Middle Earth. I encountered various types of cultivators. Some people are not bad. You should befriend them. Some people harbor ulterior motives. Instantly defeated by you. 19th year. You have entered the Wanshu Mountain area. This land is extremely vast. Fortunately, you received the map from the Tianji Pavilion master. You head straight for the border passage. In the process of searching for the passage, you discover in Wanshu Mountain, many cultivators are present. This is already the border between the 2 realms. Spiritual energy is sparse. Logically speaking, there shouldn't be so many people, even if it's to catch spirit pets at Wanshu Mountain. There are too many people now. You casually grabbed a shifty-eyed thief. Only after asking did I find out. In the depths of Wanshu Mountain's forest, there is a bronze tomb said to be from 100,000 years ago. A corner was dug out by someone. Cultivators of the entire Middle Earth. Everyone is rushing to the bronze tomb. I want to share a bit of fate. Is there such a good thing? As a great cultivator of the Golden Course stage, you can't miss this opportunity. You gather in crowded places. Indeed, I saw the depths of that big pit. A massive bronze object popped up from the corner. You don't even know how they rely on this little thing. Just believe this is an ancient tomb. There are many cultivators digging in the mountains. The complete appearance of the grand tomb is constantly revealing itself. The size of this tomb is surprising. Some people say this may not be a tomb. It is an underground palace. It is a secluded cultivation place built by ancient Zushi. 20th year, you are too lazy to dig in the soil. A defensive magical artifact was discarded in the nearby mountains. Temporary stay again. Daily cultivation. Studying formation tactics. Alchemy. The bronze tomb is not far away. You can see many people coming every day. Through their efforts, the bronze tomb was gradually fully excavated. 21st year. A large number of cultivators have gathered at your door. They kneel and plead. You, the young hero, have come forth to lend your assistance, breaking the seal formation of the bronze tomb. You waited for a year. Finally, the grand tomb has been fully excavated. Don't let them beg you. You will also take action. You have only one request. Let them stop calling you the young hero king. It's so damn unlucky. You have arrived at the bronze tomb. The Tanyan Tea surprisingly could not reveal any information about the grand tomb. You can only see the information on the outermost layer of the seal. It seems we need to break all the seals. Only the Heavenly IT can reveal it. What exactly is this grand tomb? This tomb is extremely large. It is said that there are 10 celestial beings who have ascended to become great monks. Together, they moved 3 mountains, dug another 50 miles down. Just dug it out from deep underground. You look left and right. It doesn't feel much like a grave, although the overall shape is like a burial mound. But at the corners of the grave mound, there are 4 giant pillars. Jai Chongzio Han. The bronze tomb is adorned with ancient patterns. Like words, it also resembles a symbol. The bronze tomb was sealed off by a series of seals. The high-level formation masters gather halfway. 3 seals have already been broken. However, the 4th sealing formation, too profound. They cannot crack it. After knowing you're nearby, please come out of the mountains to help. Thousands of cultivators gather at Wanshu Mountain. They are all watching you perform alone. As soon as you make your move, the 4th sealing formation suddenly shattered. Broken castles tumble down the mountainside. It is the formation made up of these ancient castles. You continue to take action. The 5th seal is broken. The 6th seal has shattered. The 7th seal is shattered. You sense it. There are still 2 layers of seals, but it seems to have already reached the level of an 8th grade formation. This is somewhat beyond your abilities, but you want to study a bit. Perhaps we can use the Kangwu formation, can help you advance to an 8th grade formation master. 22nd year. You are studying the sealing formation of the bronze great wooden structure. The Earth Spirit Pearl operates automatically within you, even though you don't have time to practice. But my cultivation is also slowly increasing. The 23rd year, the Middle Earth scholars have lost their patience, feeling that this is a great opportunity that cannot be seized. Everyone goes back to their own home. Each find a mother. The 24th year, bronze great wood here. You are the only one left. The 35th year. For over a decade, it has been like a single day. You have not given up on deciphering the sealing array on the bronze wooden pillar, because you already have some clues. This is what you have been searching for. Knowledge of formations needed to break through to an 8th level formation master. Book knowledge is too abstract. Lost the genius talent. It's hard to learn the level of an 8 rank array master through books. But if the ancient people had already set up the formation, you just need to understand how he did it. This won't be that difficult for you, because you have the talent of a genius array master. Regarding the formations set by others, you can tell at a glance. But the light painting cloth is still not enough. You need to study thoroughly. Only then can it be solved. The 8-piece formation is indeed too complicated, so it takes a long time to dismantle piece by piece. During this time, a cultivator has come back to visit this place. Discovery. Are you still pondering the method to break the formation? The method of breaking the formation